This morning, thousands of people are once again waking up in the dark as another round of severe weather made its way through the St. Louis area. I'm live in South St. Louis County with a look at some of the overnight damage.
After this morning's storms, another round possible tomorrow. We'll walk you through the next round of heavy rain and strong to severe weather.
Preparing for a legal battle after a deadly Greyhound bus crash. Hear exclusively this morning from two survivors' attorneys.
Tomorrow marks 1 month since the deadly downtown shooting involving teenagers. How you can share your ideas to help keep young people safe in St. Louis with local leaders.
Fewer lanes in West County, the closure that could be slowing you down this morning.
Sweet or savory, naughty or nice, the popular local spots making St. Louis a foodie destination.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
We begin this Monday morning with a live look over O'Fallon, Illinois. Right now, it is quieter in the bi-state compared to the last night's severe weather. And as the sun comes up, we're getting a better look at some of the damage those storms left behind. Good morning. It is Monday, July the 17th. I'm Randy Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. We're kicking things off this morning with team coverage around the St. Louis area. Our Alex Fees is live in South County checking out power outages and storm damage. Paul Cook is also keeping an eye on road conditions as the morning rush picks up.
But first, let's head over to Weather First meteorologist, Mr. Anthony Slaughter, who's been timing out those overnight rains. And Anthony, it was coming down.
Yeah, in fact, it came down pretty heavy. South City, South County, Gasconade, Franklin County, upwards of 1 to 3 inches of rain fell in those locations. This morning, the rain continues to come down south of St. Louis, but in the metro, we have dried out momentarily. Let's take you south where we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. This just occurred for parts of St. Genevieve County and also Randolph County on the Illinois side. This particular cell does have a little bit of hail with it and even some gusty winds as it's pushing out of our viewing area. This again just happened. Severe thunderstorm warning until 6:45 this morning. Probably will expire before that. And then also you have these really heavy rainmakers approaching you from Sullivan, Cuba, down towards Rolla. This is pushing to the east, so Potosi, another round of heavy rain expected for parts of southern Missouri down towards Farmington and Perryville. But we're dry here in St. Louis, and we will be at least for the next, I'd say, few minutes. There are these little showers that are popping up north of town, and some of those could clip through this morning. All in all, it's just a stormy pattern the next couple of days. We're near 90 this afternoon, but we're not done with the rain. We'll talk about more evening storms possible today and another round on the way for tomorrow. That's coming up in a few minutes. Let's get over to Paul, and he is tracking our area roads on this Monday morning. Back to work, back to camp and school. What's going on the roads, Paul?
Yes, a lot of motorists hitting the roads, but no surprise delays out there right now. There could be a few surprise lane closures to keep an eye on. When you see this picture and it's moving very, very well in Eureka, you do know there's no surprise lane closure in that area of Eureka. Also, sometimes we can really see delays right here, but right in the middle of the screen is where that construction is going to be. The newer element of it going on here, 270 southbound, 6440 going eastbound. Lane closures as they work on the drainage. We will keep an eye on it for you, let you know if it bogs down at all coming up.
Thanks so much, Paul. Right now, many people in the bi-state are waking up to even more damage. It comes as another batch of rain moved through the area overnight. This video just gives you an idea of how much lightning struck throughout the night as well. Woke up to a lot of thunder this morning. Our Alex Fees is live in South County for us this morning, surveying the damage. And Alex, what are you seeing out there this morning?
Michelle, good morning. We're coming to you from Lone Elm Street here in South St. Louis County in Melville. This tree branch behind me is a pretty good representation of what we saw as we entered the subdivision before daylight this morning. Overnight, more people lost power as that lightning and thunder rolled through the St. Louis area. This morning, more than 10,000 people are without electricity. Now, right now, there are more than 950 crew members, utility crew members, working to restore power. Those are from Ameren and elsewhere. Some of them are contractors from out of state. 6,000 Ameren customers were without power last night. That number overnight went up to more than 10,000. This morning, many in the Melville area are once again cleaning up broken branches and uprooted trees. One large tree fell into a residence shed here in the Bellwood Park subdivision. It crushed the shed. The homeowner says she had a tree removal company already scheduled to come out this morning before this latest round of severe weather.
They said they were so busy at this point because of so many storms going through the area and that. But since they felt that was so dangerous and that, they put me on priority to get here Monday.
Now coming up at 6:30, emergency protocols. What to do if a tree falls on your house. Live this morning in South St. Louis County, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
Now, Alex, you've been reporting on the storms for us throughout the weather we've been having as of late, but your family is also affected by the storms. How are things coming for you?
That's right, Rennie. A couple weeks ago, over the weekend, both of our cars in our driveway were crushed by our neighbor's tree, which fell onto our property. The adjuster was here a couple days ago. Now, I have dutifully been keeping both of those cars covered up with plastic because of the broken windshields and such. He said, you know what, you no longer need to do that because I believe both of these cars are totaled. So at this point, we're pretty much just waiting for checks from the insurance company. Rennie and Michelle?
I hate that for you.
Frustrations.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. In the meantime, we just want to let you know people in St. Charles and Warren counties are waking up to storm damage. These pictures are from our viewer, Jennifer in Marthasville. So you can see large tree branches are down this morning. But right now, there are no reports of any injuries.
Over the next few days, we are expecting more storms to blow through the St. Louis area. You can stay on top of it all and up to date with the Weather First forecast by texting the word weather to 314-425-5355. New this morning, a shooting in St. Louis City has now turned deadly. It happened just after 9:30 last night near California and Gasconade. Police found a man who had been shot in the head. He later died at the hospital. No word on any suspects at this time. This is at least the 90th homicide in St. Louis City so far this year. And this morning, a 17-year-old boy is now in custody accused of shooting another 17-year-old boy in North St. Louis County. The shooting happened inside a home on Ocean View Court on Saturday afternoon. That's just off of New Halls Ferry and just north of Lindbergh. Police have not released a motive at this time.
The homicide in Florissant comes at a time when youth violence is a growing concern in our area. Tomorrow marks 1 month since the mass shooting in downtown St. Louis that left 1 young person dead and 11 others injured. Right now, the St. Louis Area Violence Prevention Commission is offering grants to fund programs working to create long-term solutions to the city's teen crime problem.
I would say almost daily we get phone calls or emails from folks who are trying to figure out how they can be supportive. We're looking for places in the community that can host events on a regular basis during hours that are accessible to teens and younger adults.
In response to that mass shooting, St. Louis City expanded the hours of 2 rec centers for younger people to hang out. Organizers say only one of them has had a strong turnout so far.
And this morning, we know 2 survivors of the deadly Greyhound bus crash have retained local attorneys. Last Wednesday, 3 men died and 14 other people were hurt when a bus struck 3 semis parked on Interstate 70 on an exit ramp to the Silver Lake rest stop on its way here to St. Louis. In the hours after that crash, some survivors told 5 on Your Side that someone from Greyhound had already offered them $2,500. Now a Belleville attorney is representing 2 of the survivors, tells us he isn't surprised they were offered money so soon after the crash.
The second that an accident occurs or a collision occurs or something happens, they are working immediately to minimize the value of these cases, and that includes trying to settle them for pennies on the dollar of what they're worth. Can you imagine being involved in something that traumatic and being given a couple grand to say, hey, shut up, or hey, don't go get treatment? That's what they want. They want to prevent that sort of thing from happening. So it will be a long road, but I assure you we will hold them accountable.
Our newsroom reached out to Greyhound Bus Company for comment, but we have not received anything as of yet.
All right, well, it's a busy day in weather this morning. We continue to have these rounds of heavy rain pop up south of St. Louis. While most of it is just heavy rain, there is one area of concern. In the last few minutes, the National Weather Service has issued this area, St. Genevieve and Randolph County, for this particular cell that's capable of producing some small hail, but also very gusty winds, 60-mile-per-hour winds. As it moves east, the next county it will impact is outside of our viewing area, out towards Carbondale and eventually way into parts of Indiana. So we still have heavy rain to deal with in spots this morning, but most of it is south of St. Louis. The Futurecast shows another flare up into the afternoon. Again, mainly south, but some of these models are putting it right over the metro area. So I would say just plan accordingly. If you have outdoor plans today, keep an eye to the sky. I wouldn't say cancel your plans, but it's tomorrow when you really have a better chance of widespread rain. This go round on Tuesday could produce another round of severe weather, damaging gusty winds on the table once again. We'll talk about the timeline of this and some more heavy rain for Wednesday morning. An active week ahead. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Storms spark search and rescue missions in the Northeast. We're going to have a look at the damage as America prepares for more severe summer weather.
You know, what happens if you're exposed to just little amounts over a long period of time?
Nuclear fallout in St. Louis. Why local activists hope the hype from an upcoming film might help clean up concerns from the project right in our backyard.